Thank you all so much for taking some time this evening to come and learn about the opportunities for serving in the children's and also the youth area within our church. Many of you have already had your hand. I think all of you have had your hand already in the ministry, so thank you for continuing to partner with us. Our hope is that through our time together, we can just feel equipped, but also excited for what's to come in the fall and in the months to come to serve our kiddos on Sunday nights and on Wednesday nights. When I was thinking about just what it looks like to get involved in ministry like this, what came to my mind was the people that had their hand in my life growing up in church. And there were 4 people that really stood out in my mind. A man named Eldon Haverstock, he was in his 70s. He prayed with me when I was in kindergarten to accept Jesus into my life. I had Miss Janice, who taught me in 3rd and 4th grade. I had Mr. Shantz, who taught me in 5th grade. I had Sama, who taught me in my small group leader in middle school and high school during those crazy years when you don't know, if you're going to survive as a girl in middle school and high school. So it has been interesting to think about that and how those people shaped my life and my relationship with the Lord. And then thinking of my own girls and thinking about who in our church is going to play those roles for my girls' lives. Because I know how instrumental that was for me and how much that shaped me to see what it was like to really have a relationship with God and not just be taught scripture or taught a lesson, but to really engage in relationship and feel invested in. Aside from my parents or my family, but to see that there were people in my church that really were family, that cared, and that weren't doing it because they themselves had kids in the ministry. They were adults, older people who just wanted to raise up a younger generation to serve the Lord. So I'm thankful that you all are here and can feed into our daughters' lives. Even little Ruth down there who's squealing about.
Whose kid is that?
I know, they were just being quiet. So disruptive. But it is just exciting to think about, and hopefully over time we can reach out and get an excitement within our congregation for others to come and walk alongside our children so that they do see that our church has a heart for the young ones. So tonight is not about you feeling incredibly like an expert or super confident, like, hey, I'm a pro at this. Figuring out where you fit in this puzzle for children's ministry or for youth ministry. It doesn't. We're not asking for a well-rehearsed song and dance. It doesn't have to be something that is perfectly refined. That's not what kids are looking for. It's not what they expect. It's usually not even what they want. They just want a genuine, real heart that shows love and investment in their lives. So that's all we are excited to help to kind of shape tonight and as we move forward. So thank you again for sharing your time with us tonight, and as we go forward, hopefully you can find a niche that you feel comfortable in so that you can just show love to the kids that come across our path here in the children and in the youth ministry. So thank you guys for coming tonight.
All right, yes, we're so glad that you guys are here and that you brought your kids to be with us, and we are just excited about this fall and doing some new and different things. So I am going to share with you just what some of the opportunities are, and we took some good time coming up with these cards. So if you want to just grab one of these off of the table. You guys have some? Oh, there's a bunch in the middle there. So one of the things that we want to emphasize is that as a lot of you are parents and grandparents of the kids that are in our ministry, and we don't just want you to jump in because you're a parent, but we want, or because we need help, we want to walk with you in discipling our kids and the kids of our church. So part of, as you are able to be a part of what we're doing, you can see how we're teaching them scripture, how we're praying, how, what the lessons are that they're learning, and be able to carry that home and do more of that with them. Because even like our littlest babies in the nursery and toddlers who are kind of doing prayer and a lesson and music and things like that, we want to be walking with parents and doing it together. It's not like just the church knows how to teach your kids, but we want to walk with you and do it together. So this is just some of the opportunities that we want to share with you and the rest of our congregation. We are going to share this out to people who weren't able to be here. But there's two sides. The first side says, I'll say yes to serve on Sunday morning. And the other side, I'll say yes to serve on Wednesday night. So we do really hope and would love for you all to be able to help in some way, whether it's on Sunday or Wednesday, maybe both. If you're able to be here on Wednesday, we're definitely going to be serving in a different capacity, especially as we invite kids from the Makers program to come into, like in October, we're going to be inviting other kids from the community to be a part of what we're doing. So Jeanette's going to walk through a lot of these specific jobs with you. And then Landon is also going to talk about, this doesn't include the youth with the junior high, but that's also a need, that is kind of being there to interact with the middle school kids on Wednesday nights and pray with them, encourage them, build relationships with them. So that we, if you have a heart for middle school kids, we want you to kind of share that with Landon, share that with myself or one of us, one of the staff. So we definitely don't want to say check it off right now. You can take it home and pray over this and really think about where you might be willing to serve. The note there in the bottom of the Sunday morning one, it says parents and others will be asked to serve based on how many are on our team. So, if we have 6 families, I guess, it might be once every 6 weeks. If we have 8 families or 8 adults or 10 adults, just the more people that we are able to get to be a part of what we're doing, then, we wouldn't schedule you, you certainly would be scheduled every Sunday. And then also, we're gonna have this around the church, so we just wanted to ensure that an online background check is required through Protect My Ministry. So we're not just saying just sign up and watch kids. We also are gonna ensure that everyone that is with kids is safe. And so we do that online background check. So I'll just walk through the titles real quick, and then I think, Jeanette, that you're going to kind of do a little bit more of that. So we now are just having children's church during the modern service. So at 9 o'clock, the roles are being a lesson leader, taking the lead to share the Bible story and activities that are provided. As many of you know, Jeanette gets all of the things ready. You just need to kind of look that over and then come and be there to lead the kids with the lesson. The activity leader would not be the main leader, but would support the leader and help children during the lesson that is provided. So if you aren't as comfortable but still want to be with kids, that would be a great place for you to serve. And then also during the modern service, as well as the traditional service, would be the nursery lesson leader, which would be for older kids who are still in the nursery who can really understand a short lesson in prayer time. Okay. And then the other side, I'll say yes to serve on Wednesday night. Again, Jeanette's going to go over this, but we are changing to do a little bit more VBS style this year, or at least here right now in the fall. So kindergarten through 5th grade is together. So if you would be willing to be a lesson or activity leader, you would lead 2 20-minute sessions. So if we have, 5 kids over here and 5 kids over here, you would lead it twice. Maybe a game, a craft, a snack, or a story. So if you would be willing to do that, would you prefer to help with one of those things? And what ages do you prefer? And just depending on, how many kids we have in each age group would determine if we can put you in that specific group. Next would be Children's Music Shepherd. Kristen will be leading the music and maybe some of the teen helpers, but we also would need someone to be there and assist the kids as they're kind of up front doing the motions and teaching the songs. The last one is more kind of, if you enjoy kids, but you don't really want to be right there teaching, but kind of Andy Woodard did it last year, was there every Wednesday to be at the check-in station and assist families with check-in, check-out, make sure that everyone who comes into the children's wing and everyone is safe, and everyone who goes out is with a parent and safe. So that is another place that anybody could serve in that. I think you just need to be able to work an iPad, and we can help you. We'll train you. So I can serve this is for Wednesday, I can serve every week, I can serve every 2 weeks, I can serve once every 4 to 6 weeks. And you're going to learn a little bit more too about Wednesdays because we're really moving towards serving and inviting the community in. So if you're here and you want to be here and have the community meal, hopefully you can consider serving as often as possible on Wednesday nights. So please think about that, pray over it. If you are like right now you know what to do and you want to check it off, that'd be awesome. But otherwise you can fill it out and put it in the offering tray, hand it to myself, hand it to Jeanette or Landon. Thank you.
Many of you have already seen or been a part of Planning Center through services, and that's what we're going to do real quick here, if you don't mind. There's a new app that we're kind of rolling out here as we get started, and it's called Church Center. Stacy's bringing the papers around, that's going to help. And this Church Center app, for those of you who are familiar with services, because you've served as a deacon or an usher in band, or however we've used to schedule you on Sunday mornings, we're going to be using this to schedule Wednesday nights also, and Sunday mornings. So this is also for those of you with children, that'll be in the nursery or in the children's wing. This is your new means of check-in, which can be done completely from your phone, and you just check them in and you're done. So we're moving away from Kid Check and moving to Planning Center, which is kind of managing a lot of our just programs we're using. So I have a paper for you. We don't have to do this right now. You can, but you download the app from your app store, and there's a little picture there, but it's called Church Center. And I tried to just lay out all of the steps for you, but you could even download the app now and check your kids in now for tonight's activities and just see how easy it is. Once you see Church Center, you're going to just be able to go in there, and at the bottom, you're going to be able to, it's in the bottom right-hand corner, and it says check in. So you do not have to wait in line for the iPad anymore to have your kids type in the phone number. It's just going to be right there for you. It's also a great way for us then to check kids out at night so we can see and make sure everybody is with the right people and those kind of things, especially once we do get into this a little bit more in October where we have outside families coming in. The other great part about this though is if you are able to serve and however you are wanting to serve, there are multiple ways we can do this. You can tell Jeanette your availability, you can tell Landon your availability, but you can also, similar to Sign Up Genius, but in this app, go in and say, hey, I know I'm available, I will go sign up right now, and these are the Sundays or Wednesday nights that I can serve. You don't have, that way you don't have to have a middle person, you can see all of the dates that are available. And also in this app, where you have your account, you'll have either, you can upload a picture, which many of us have started doing, or it'll have your initials in the top corner for your login. And once you go to your account, it's also going to show you it's under My Services. So those of you who are scheduled in any way on a Wednesday or on a Sunday, whether it's the deacons or ushers or band or liturgist or if you're going to, our fellowship hosts or kitchen crew on Wednesday nights, your whole schedule is going to be right there. It's even going to alert you like, nope, you can't sign up that night because you have something else that night or that morning. So this is just gonna help us, I think. It's gonna keep us from maybe bothering people to say, wait, where are you serving? When are you serving? We're just centralizing it all. So if you could take care of doing that, I think check-ins especially will be great, because you can check in the car on your way here and you're just set to go. So if you have questions, let us know. If you want to just take care of that tonight, that's great. And go ahead and sign up whenever you can.
What time does programming start on Monday?
So Wednesday nights, for September, well, for all of the children's, it is going to be 6:15 to 7:15. So children will be allowed to enter the children's wing starting at 6:10. And we are actually going to interrupt dinners in October. Dinner will go a little bit longer than that, but we'll interrupt dinners, or at 6:10 we're going to have a prayer. We'll all pray together, and then the children and the youth will be, or the junior high will be dismissed to the children's wing or to the upstairs. So that'll be from 6:15 to 7:15. As Stacy was saying, with our VBS style formatting, in that sense, the kids will all come right down, and we're just going to start with opening songs and start the lesson idea and get them going like we would do with VBS. So that'll start as they start coming in between 6:10 and 6:20, 6:25.
Is dinner at 5:30?
Dinner starts at 5:30 on Wednesday nights. In September, dinner is going to be 5:30 to 6:15. But once our community meal idea starts, and you're going to hear more about that next week, we're going to keep dinner going probably till 7 o'clock for anybody to just come in and out. But children's programming and junior high programming will run 6:15 to 7:15. The nursery, Jeanette's bringing a schedule around too. The nursery will start to close at 7:10, so we're like, that way people can pick up anybody in the nursery and then come down and pick up kids in the children's wing. And Jeanette will have a little bit more information there.